the school to clinic pipeline that they've set up. So what we've seen, and we have many parents we work with and we have lawsuits over, are children that are secretly transitioned. So one of them, I'm thinking of the Perez family. So their little girl, she was 12. This is a Catholic Christian family, had never had any gender dysphoria and really didn't have any mental health problems to speak of, just a normal kid. And but she was bullied a bit at school. And she thought, boys are stronger, so I just want to be a boy. That alone then catalyzed this process where privately the school counselor started to meet with her. Wow. Parents had no idea to promote and endorse this idea that, well, maybe I should be a boy and maybe I am a boy.
A public school, or did you say Catholic school? Okay.
A public school. And Allie, Beth, this is in Florida.
Yeah.
While Ron DeSantis was governor.
Right.
A few years ago, before they passed some of the laws they passed. This helped pass some of these laws. But so she's meeting with this counselor privately, and it creates a double life. Mm-hmm. And the double life became so untenable for her.
Of course.
Unbearable, that she just decides it'd just be better if I end my life. And she attempted suicide at school. I mean, like really, truly did. And so the parents, they're called, they have no idea, they're called to the principal's office to learn for the first time as their child is being taken to the hospital in the back of a police vehicle. What is going on? Well, they learn she'd been trans-identifying and been meeting with they learn everything for the very first time.
Wow.
Thankfully, she has desisted, and now she frankly wants to be a warrior.
Good.
to fight this.
Wow.
We have a lawsuit for that. Our most tragic story, and we could sit here for 2 hours, right? But
unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. But our most tragic is Sage. Now, I'll say her name because there's now a law in her honor that they're trying to pass in Virginia. She had trauma as a child, talking about the trauma pathway. And so when she hit puberty, see, there's a lot of things that line up, begins to trans-identify. That causes her to become sexually harassed at school because they're telling her, and she's tiny, she's 5 foot tall, to use the boys' bathroom. None of this is told to the parents. So Sage, she runs away because she doesn't feel safe. And when she runs away, she runs into the arms of an adult pedophile who raped her and trafficked her to other men and took her across state lines. And when she's found in Maryland, the woke judge doesn't want to give her back, the system there in Baltimore, because they discovered that her parents might not be affirming of her male identity. This is a traumatized child. Her mom wasn't able to be there when they do a rape kit on her. And so they put her in a facility for troubled boys because she's identifying as a male. Allie, what do you think happens to her in this facility?
Of course.
What everyone knows, what all of your audience knows immediately. So she runs away because she's being sexually assaulted there again, and she's trafficked further, and they find her in Texas. And thankfully, Texas has the common sense to return her to her parents. We have a lawsuit now in Virginia. It's pending before the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals. But there are so many of these stories.
Yes.
And that's the kids see. So then what is it that's feeding the clinic that Jamie worked at? Well, are these school officials that are endorsing this lie to susceptible children who are in the process of development who believe trusted adults. When the trusted adult says, maybe your problem is that you were born in the wrong body. And you know what? We don't have to tell your parents because you and I know better. Mm-hmm. And so by the time that the parents find out, there's so much indoctrination.
Yeah.
And these kids are demanding to go to Jamie's former clinic. And the parents are then in an untenable situation. And they're coerced, many. So that's one side of the stories that are a part and behind the scenes of this clinic, of clinics like this and all around the country.
Well, are we going to tear this down? Is it crumbling? What do you think?
So within my own state, story broke, and within a year, the center was completely closed.
Wow. Praise God.
Which was actually, it was my goal. It was what the night before that story came out, I said, we just have to get this place has to be shut down.
Yeah.
But our country is really fractured.
Yeah.
So we have 24, 25 states that are trying to protect kids, and we have 24, 25 states that are not. And so what my coalition is working to do every day is to try to make sure those other states start to protect these kids. And we also have to pull this out of this kind of, cultural mess of a conversation that we've got going on and really bring this back to real simple basics. Children have the right to grow up with their fertility, their sexual function, and their endocrine systems intact, whole, and functional. Mm-hmm. It is their basic human right. We have been perpetuating a human rights abuse against children in this country. Absolutely. That is a nonpartisan issue. This is not a red or blue. It is purely a human rights issue that has to stop.
Yep. And parents have the right to know what is going on with their child.